Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about all of the itineraries for NCL Gem from now until 2025. Right after this. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome back to our channel. If it's your first time here, we're just a travel agency that tries to give you the best information on cruising so that you can plan an amazing cruise vacation. So today we're going to be talking about all of the itineraries on Norwegian's Gem. So if you've missed the last few days of videos, come and join us. We talk about different cruise ships, different itineraries, what the drinks, what the dining packages are. If that sounds great to you, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. Today we're talking about the Gem. The Gem is one of my favorite kind of mid-size older cruise ships. I love that class of ships, the Jewel class here for Norwegian. It's a kind of a throwback classic for me. I love the idea of the slightly smaller ship where it's not as much craziness, there's not as many people, but there are a ton of options. There's a ton of entertainment options, a ton of food options, which I love. Sometimes you get on smaller ships and there's only a couple places to eat. This ship has tons of dinings, tons of specialty restaurants. It's really a great ship and a great class of ships, and we highly recommend it. So NCL Gem currently is getting spruced up a little bit. The next sailing is going to be March 21st. So it launches right out of the gate from New York. It's going to be doing a 10-day Eastern Caribbean. And this is actually a great one. It's doing this on March 21st and then April 5th. It's out of New York, and it's doing Bermuda, St. Martin, St. Thomas, San Juan, Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and then back to New York. That's a really good itinerary out of New York. You usually can't get to the Caribbean, usually hit Florida and the Bahamas and come back. This one's giving you Bermuda and the Caribbean, which is great. It is early to go to Bermuda. It's going to be chilly there. It's not, 80 or 90 degrees. But the rest of the Caribbean will be great. And then you have a couple sea days there. And again, the Gem's a great ship. There's plenty of things to do on board. So that's a great itinerary. I think what we're going to find here as we go through these different itineraries for Gem is that there are, and I do like a lot of these itinerary videos, this ship is going to some amazing places, and you're going to see that in just a few minutes. It's one of the coolest itineraries, like grouping of itineraries for the next few years that I've seen. So then April 15th of 2023, you can jump on a transatlantic. So that's going to go from New York to Portugal, Ponta Delgada, then Lisbon, then Cadiz, Spain. Who knows if I'm pronouncing these things correctly? Please feel free to correct me in the comments or send me Google voices of what they should be. Malaga, Spain, or Malaga, however you pronounce it. Palma de Mallorca, Barcelona, Cannes, France, Livorno, Italy, and Civitavecchia, which is basically Rome. So that's a really cool sailing. Remember, you're going to have 5 or 6 sea days on that, getting over there. But that's a cool one if you're into that. And then it'll drop you off over there in Rome. You can hang out there and make a little vacation out of it. So then from April to November, April 30th to November 22nd, it's doing the Mediterranean. But it's not doing the same old Mediterranean, right? It starts off with a pretty simple one around Italy and Greece. But check out some of these ports that it's going to go to from April 30th to November 22nd. There's a bunch of different cruises. There's 7-day, 5-day, 11-day, 10-day, 12-day from all different ports. It's pretty amazing. So it's going to be hitting Civitavecchia, which is Rome. I think that's how you pronounce that. Who knows? Livorno, Naples, Messina, all those ports in Italy. Trieste in Italy. Then we're going to hit Corfu, Greece. Kotor, Montenegro, not a clue. Probably not how you pronounce that. Dubrovnik, Croatia. And then listen to some of these other ones. This is all during this time period. Santorini, Greece. Mykonos, Greece. Piranesi, Greece. Koper, Slovenia. How many cruise ships go to Slovenia? Split, Croatia. Bilbao, Spain. Le Verdun, France. Tilbury in the UK. Zeebrugge in Belgium. Le Havre, France, which is the closest port to Paris. La Corona, Spain, Vigo, Spain, Portimao, Portugal. It's going to Gibraltar. It's going to Ibiza or Ibiza, if you are cool and pronounce it like that in Spain. It's going to Kusadasi, Turkey. Then it's going to Alexandria, Egypt, Port Said, Egypt, Ashdod, Israel, Haifa, Israel, Limassol, Cyprus, Alanya, Turkey, and Rhodes, Greece. It's doing all of those different ports, some of them on the same sailing, some of them on different sailings, obviously not going to all those ports in one sailing, but it's doing all of these from April to November. So in that period, you can jump on a cruise that goes to Egypt, Spain, Portugal, Belgium, France, Slovenia, all these different ports. That's pretty incredible. Most ships have like a itinerary that they do just back and forth for a few months. This one's going all over the place. I love it. If you are interested in the Mediterranean or seeing some cool ports that normally most cruise ships don't go to, again, smaller ship can do that. This is a pretty good one for that. Then in December 4th, it shoots back over to the U.S. on a transatlantic from Rome, Livorno, Marseille, Barcelona, Cadiz, Lisbon, Ponta Delgada, and then it goes to Bermuda and then to New York. So it does cut down on all of those crazy sea days. You're still going to have 5 or 6 sea days, but you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ports in 15 days. That's pretty great for a transatlantic, considering some of those stops are in between from like Lisbon to Ponta Delgada. There's a sea day in between. So that's a really cool one. Again, if you get over there and then you want to take a cruise back to the U.S., it's going to stop in New York. And then right after that, it's going to just go down to Miami. So no cruise to Miami. There's no repositioning. It's just going to sail from New York to Miami with no passengers. And then December 22nd, probably going to do some maintenance and some things there because there's a little bit of a delay. December 22nd, it's going to do a Christmas and New Year cruise to the Western Caribbean. This is also a great one. Probably going to be expensive because anything over Christmas and New Year's tends to get a little pricey. But it's starting out of Miami, going to the Caymans, Cartagena, Colombia. This is a great itinerary. It's going to Panama, Colón, Panama, Gatún, Panama, Puerto Limón, Costa Rica. Then it's going to Harvest Caye, Belize, Cozumel, Mexico, and then obviously back to Miami. That's a great 11-day itinerary. If you want to do a fun Christmas, New Year cruise, that's an awesome one. Like I said, this ship is doing some really, really cool itineraries over the next couple of years. Then January to March of 2024, it's just doing Eastern and Western Caribbean. However, that Western Caribbean does include Panama and Colombia, which most Western Caribbean cruises do not. They just do like Jamaica, Cozumel, or Costa Maya, some of those, or Falmouth, Ochos Rios, those type of things. This one is doing that on most of those sailings to the Western Caribbean. Eastern Caribbean is going to be your standard St. Thomas, St. Martin, those type of things. Then March 25th, the cruise ship, again, doesn't do a repositioning, just slides itself up to Boston. And then from March of 2024 to August of 2024, it does do some traditional stuff. So it's just doing a 7-day Bermuda cruise out of Boston, and that is doing Boston, Bar Harbor, Bermuda. Also a fun cruise, pretty standard traditional cruise on the Gem out of Boston. Then August of 2024 to October of 2024, the weather changes, right? And it's going to do the very traditional shot up to Canada. It's going to do 7-day itineraries basically to Canada, and then it's going to do a 7-day itinerary back from Canada. So it's not the quick like 4-dayer up to Halifax and back. This is going to be out of Boston. It's going to go Boston, Bar Harbor, Halifax, Sydney, L'Abbaye, Charlottetown, and then Quebec City. And then it's going to stop there and then reverse back. So you could do a 14-dayer and do a round tripper there. That's another really fun one. Then from October of 2024 to January of 2025, it's going to do Western Caribbean and Panama Canal out of Miami. Again, this ship is doing some of the coolest itineraries. Most of the time, especially with big ships, you know, all the popular ships, they're going to do Eastern, Western Caribbean, Southern Caribbean. This one is doing really cool stuff. There is some Southern Caribbean mixed in here as well. So the ports from October to January that they're going to hit are Georgetown, Grand Cayman, Cartagena, Colombia, Colón, Colombia, Puerto Limón, Costa Rica, Harvest Caye, Belize, Cozumel, Arunstad, Aruba, however you pronounce that, Panama City in Panama, and Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. So those are the itineraries from now till 2025 on the NCL Gem. I love all of these itineraries. I think that's a cool ship to go on. It's definitely not the newest ship. It's not super fancy. There's not a million different activities to do. We have some videos that we posted earlier this week that talk about the activities and the entertainment and the bars and all the dining. But this is a really cool ship that you can go to some really, really cool places on in the next 2 years. Really, really amazing. I really was surprised at all the itineraries. So if you have any questions about it, please feel free to put them down in the comments below. You can always email me at jp@bitesizecruises.com, bite with a Y, and we're happy to answer your questions for you. But otherwise, this is pretty interesting. Do you have a favorite port that this is going to? Have you been on the Gem before? Do you like this ship? Do you like this class of ships? Let us know. Again, thanks so much for watching our videos. We really do appreciate it. And we will talk to y'all soon. Have a great day. Bye.